Right, we're back in Inazuma City, and apparently the wedding is happening.
Hiiragi clan and the master of the Tenryou Commission's Kujou clan.
We have some Adventure Guild people.
Sounds like an all-around.
They're wearing Mondstadtian clothing.
For sure.
Would Mondstadt people be called Mondstadtian?
Seems very sudden.
I guess so.
I hadn't heard a single word about it until now.
Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure it must have been a hard decision.
Welcome.
Right, let's see if Kujou Kamaji is willing to help us with this little ordeal.
I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that. It's kind of complicated.
Yes, you are part of a complicated scheme, and
I see.
yeah.
So someone's trying to take advantage of our marriage.
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady Hiiragi's situation into consideration.
Yep, the consequences will be a lot more severe for her than it is for you.
We're getting married for true love.
Hmm.
And I've promised to her that I'll do everything in my power to protect her.
Fair.
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not need your protection.
Okay.
Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead, which perhaps suggests that, deep down, you realize all she stands to lose. I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so emotionally involved in the situation.
Okay,
I'm
fair
sure
point.
You admire Lady Hiiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient, and strong-willed person she is. For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you for the rest of her life. Are you really okay with that?
Wow, he did not mince his words. That was even that had me like.
Abide to see her suffer or be manipulated by other people. Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. It was naive and selfish of me to take things this far.
We are breaking up a marriage.
It's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan, but it needs a villain.
Okay, and who's the
Kujou,
villain?
In order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But it is not without its risks.
What?
Are you willing to help?
Okay, what is this plan? I'm intrigued, but also I feel like
I've
this.
told the people at the Kanjou Commission that the marriage
It's
isn't
a little
going
bit
to unify
far-fetched,
the
yeah.
Kanjou Commission and the Tenryou Commission. On the contrary,
Mm-hmm.
it's a terrible idea that will marginalize the Kanjou Commission. The context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down the Hiiragi clan. And the key to their success is coming up against no resistance to the marriage from the Tenryou Commission. But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt decree, the Tenryou Commission has been planning to make a move against the weakened Kanjou Commission?
Right.
The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission is because you care about Lady Hiiragi's feelings. And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission to marry her and bring her out of the Kanjou Commission as soon as possible.
Right.
Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission, you no longer have any reason to hesitate.
I see. This is an ingenious plan.
I feel like we're gonna
perfectly.
hurt Chisato.
Our purpose is to change Lady Hiiragi's position from an unnecessary burden to an indispensable asset.
Interesting.
By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Kanjou Commission.
Meaning that those in
Once
power
our
won't move
adversaries
against her.
realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their utmost to stop this wedding from happening. Then, we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Got it.
So the network of connections?
Yeah, I'm with you, Paimon. I'm struggling a little bit to keep up as well. I hate to be in the same boat as Paimon, but I am.
The scene story comes to the attention of our dear friends in the Kanjou Commission.
Okay.
Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt he'll be on the lookout for the first sign of a crisis. In that case, he will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. What we need to do is to use these informants as a breeding ground for our fake intel. Sir Kujou, there are certain things that I need you to attend to personally.
Okay.
It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. Let's go and see if he'll take the bait.
Interesting.
That person is one of Matsura's
Okay, we need to
informants.
follow
Let's
this
follow
guy.
him.
It's about
Be
time we
careful
finish
not
off
to get
this
seen.
storyline. Ayato story quests. I've been putting this off for a little while, but... Has he noticed us? What is wrong with you? Okay, right. Let's sit here.
Did you
Let's
see
sit
that?
here.
Sir Kujou Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Kujou
Could it be
Kamaji.
related to the wedding announcement?
Oh, right, yeah. Dr. Jiro.
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryou Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding.
The Rito.
I think in all
Okay,
there must
to
have been
Rito.
about 100 people so far.
That
Sounds
doesn't
like
sound
a
good.
armed rebellion.
What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujou Kamaji being overcautious.
This guy is just so sensitive. I don't know how
This
to
is
edit
pretty
this
fast.
episode.
But it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
Okay. Man, that was actually kind of rough.
Tenryou Commission is here.
Excuse me. Has
Yeah,
something
so
happened on this
Hideo
road?
is actually
I'm
pretty
a businessman
sensitive.
passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujou Kamaji
Yeah.
and Lady Hiiragi Chisato will take place any day now. Sir Kujou decided to send for Lady Hiiragi ahead of time and have her live in Inazuma City during the run-up to the wedding.
I
Okay.
see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiiragi. Not just us either. You'll see more Tenryou Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the same duty.
Isn't
Little bit
this
extreme.
excessive?
Yeah.
Sir Kujou holds Lady Hiiragi in
I
the highest regard
I kind of agree.
and wants to
It's
treat
a
her
little
with
bit
the
excessive.
utmost respect from beginning to end.
I understand.
Will this wedding
Sorry
even
to
go through?
disturb your work.
Then again, we were going to like pay the fill-in or something.
Drat.
You know, I love the
That's
skybox
exactly as Master feared.
in
They say
Genshin.
they're here to
Does
guard
look
the
nice.
road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're in no state to defend against a Tenryou Commission attack.
Nope.
I must tell Master right away.
Run along, you little dog.
He ran off again.
Yeah. Now he realizes
That
how
should do it.
serious the
Seeds have
situation
been
is.
sown.
Okay.
In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kangjo Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment. The calm before the storm is always the part that unsettles people the most.
Are they really gonna own up and apologize just like that?
If you're
I
curious to find out,
Don't think
you
so.
can visit the Hiiragi clan in Rito in a couple of days. I have some other business.
I
to
don't
attend
imagine
to,
that they
so I
would,
won't be
you know,
spending any more time on this situation. In any case,
confess or
we've
change
made
their
our
minds,
move.
etc.
It's a.
Yeah, why are
This is
you so
not my
confident?
first
This is not your
time.
first time.
Well
Okay.
then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiiragi Chisato's best interests.
I hope it works out. I mean, it is a
That's kind of
Genshin wedding.
lovely. Are things really gonna turn out like he predicted?
I'm still a little bit worried about Chisato.
Paimon too.
Right.
Let's go to
Looks like we're
Rito
gonna
again
have
in
to
2
time skip
days.
2 days. Okay, so we teleported to Rito, and we forwarded time by 2 days. So 48 hours have passed, and we're just gonna talk to the people on the street.
These people from the Tenryou Commission have
Asano.
been here for days now.
Okay, for a few days.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiiragi. But why would it be taking so long?
I heard that the Kanja
Yeah.
Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiiragi to leave. To be
Okay.
honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito? Who knows what they could be planning?
Yeah, it looks pretty dangerous.
Stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Insurrection
How
and
did things get to
and
this
everything.
point?
All right, the second person we're
Hello.
going to talk to.
How may I help?
Why is there such a strong
We
Tenryu
arrived
Commission
here 2 days
presence
ago
here?
to escort Lady Hiiragi to Inazuma City.
Okay.
Sir Kujou Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, the Hiiragi clan always finds an excuse to delay things. Since we
Interesting.
haven't fulfilled our duties yet,
It feels like
we decided to stay in
everybody
Rito
is
until
just
Lady
playing
Hiiragi
one
is ready
another.
to come with us.
People suspect
We
suspect
apologize.
something's wrong.
It was
Yeah.
not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders
You
of the
say
Hiiragi
that.
clan will start to cooperate soon. If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujou might give us
Okay,
orders to be
that's
less
kind of
accommodating.
bad.
How much
Okay,
longer
here
does
is the
your master
last
plan to
person
hold
that
them
we
off?
need to
I have no idea. We're
speak
stuck in
to.
limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things. and
Okay,
he's
Hideo.
suspicious of
He was the
everything.
guy that we was
He's been
following
yelling at
earlier.
me a lot. I understand
now,
that he's
yeah.
anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross the Yashiro Commissioner.
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, a lot of preparation has gone into it. If Lady Hiiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do? And what will the Yashiro Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiiragi.
Things are moving according to plan.
Now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is.
Right. The lady of the hour. The bride.
Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there. What on earth is happening?
Don't
A
worry,
lot
we
of
can
something is
explain
happening.
Everything. So, what happened was...
Yeah, someone might be eavesdropping, so let's move inside the house or something.
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions and won't allow me to have
Secretive
any direct contact with the Tenryou
Okay.
Commission. I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. Now it all makes sense.
So, have you made up your mind?
I haven't.
Oh, and she has not.
Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't have the choice.
That's called being
I used to tell
indecisive.
myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw the notices appearing out of nowhere on the streets, signaling that the wedding was confirmed,
You got
I
cold
didn't
feet.
feel reassured at all.
Yeah.
Instead, I felt a great sense of regret.
Okay.
I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future.
Yeah, you can't rush into
But
these
what
kind
if
of
it's
things.
not?
This is like an important life decision. You can't exactly
I can
rush into
happily
it.
accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also, now that things have escalated to this point, it will be tricky to resolve.
Ah, Lady Hiiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second.
Dr.
I thought you'd
Giro.
gone missing. You. Wait, you're the one who
love
were
his
the
voice.
Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here to visit me.
Friends?
Contrary to that.
Are you sure? Just friends?
Oh, what? You're
Lady
gonna, like,
Hiiragi,
sow the
I
seeds
told
of
you
doubt?
already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything you do.
You're just trying to control her like a puppet.
Extremely important to us and to the entire Kanjo Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
And what would that be?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it.
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat.
Yeah, you are a little bit way too on edge.
Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. Her arrival might well be your very last chance to fix this. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. If this deadlock
Way
continues any longer,
out of your
we
control.
will have nothing to gain and much to lose. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Oh, okay.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Uh-huh. Will you, though?
Good job, Chisato. You
Very
handled
good
that
job.
Well.
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give it a try. And it worked remarkably well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, let's wait and see what happens. I hope they provide a satisfactory response.
I hope so as well.
We had a serious discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides themselves with worry. It'll drive us mad if it continues any longer. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. I was selfish and ignored the greater good. And then I left the situation to fester. Would you please give us a second chance? For
Okay, I feel like you're
please give the Conjo
putting
Commission
on
another
act
chance.
right now, which is not. Yeah, you have to talk to Kamisato Ayato.
I suppose you're right.
Oh,
only
the
person
way
who
he
changed the
says
Tenryou
these,
Commission's mind will be the Yashiro Commissioner. We'll head off to the Kamisato
the way that he
station
delivered that line,
and beseech
it
him to
feels
help
like
us with
he's.
utmost sincerity. Lady Hiiragi, might I ask you to join us?
There's ill intent
You
behind
are the
it.
most important person.
It feels like an
Without you,
act.
We have no other way.
There's no sincerity. Okay, so we return back to the Kamisato estate,
Yashiro Commissioner,
and
I'm
Dr.
sure
Jiro
you've
wants
heard
us to
the
put in a
news.
good word for him.
The Tenryou Commission has now
Yeah.
occupied Rito, refusing to leave until we hand Lady Hiiragi over to them. I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions. And I
Right.
realize also that this must sound like the very height of absurdity. But please, have mercy, good sir.
Have
I'm sorry,
mercy.
Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
Uh-huh.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. I'm terribly sorry. Everyone in the entire Conjo Commission now realizes the gravity of this situation. Lady Hiiragi is indispensable to us. We promise to always support her. So, would it be
Yeah,
at all
no, this
possible
definitely
for
feels
you
like
to
an
talk to
act.
Sir Kujou once more, on our behalf?
So
You
Kujou.
make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. What do you plan to do about this? To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you and your associates ready to face the thunderous wrath of the almighty Shogun?
Oh, wow,
We-
okay. Using the
We'll take
Shogun
full
as a threat.
responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We will make sure that the public knows this was all a huge misunderstanding. We'll
Okay.
do everything we can to minimize the impact. Everything we can.
Master Matsura, you should have known it would come to this. Whatever were you thinking? But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Kujou and I may feel at this present moment. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiiragi and the inhabitants of Rito are innocent. If we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to, but they can also become irritating if they don't know when to stop. And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. It
Okay.
doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues and silence them for good.
He is
Yes,
good at acting
I
evil.
understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujou for you.
Ayato definitely has
But
this,
I
like,
can't guarantee that he will
evil
change his mind.
boss
I
leader
understand. Thank you for your help,
atmosphere. Okay,
Yashiro
yeah.
Commissioner.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a sizable mess to deal with back in the Kanjo Commission.
Okay, then please excuse me. Thank you once again, Commissioner.
I don't know if he seriously feels bad or whatever.
Ah, yes, Lady Hiiragi. I have something to tell you. Would you mind?
Okay.
Why, of course. Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just
Yeah,
now.
I know.
It felt
It
so
was very
intense.
impressive.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty Shogun trusts me to do her will. I did as I should. But now, I'd like to take off my commissioner hat and share a personal story with you.
Offer an apology or
I'd
something?
love to hear it.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult period. My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago and restore our reputation. The work took a toll on his health and ultimately led to his untimely demise.
Oh.
My mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after.
For a broken heart.
This sudden turn of events dealt
Although
a heavy
that kind
blow
of
to the
reminds me
Yashiro
of Star
Commission.
Wars.
Behind the scenes, things became very unstable. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my sister and me nothing but burdens, hindering the ambitions of others. It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you that is the truth of what the Yashiro Commission has been through.
Huh. Pretty similar to how the Kanjo Commission is now.
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I endured smear campaigns and attempts to exploit me.
Although it looks like you've done pretty well for yourself.
I had
A
to
handsome young man leading a clan all by himself.
Sister to take care of. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. No one can ever be allowed to trample over my precious family. Fortunately,
He takes
I
pride in
persisted,
protecting his
and
family.
the Kamisato clan was
His
able
loved
to
ones.
survive the storm.
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion was coming from. Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to see me live the rest of my life depending on someone else. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is, it's because I felt too young and inexperienced to handle the situation facing me.
The reason why Sir Kujou was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently is because he's prepared for anything.
That's it. The situation I'm facing now is the same one he faced back then.
Yep.
When his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade and
Oh right,
challenged
yeah,
almighty
the
Shogun.
storyline quest with the Raiden Shogun. Yeah,
it's
he
time
did
for me
challenge
to
the
make a
Shogun,
stand
and he did get his
and
butt
become my own
handed to
person.
him.
Well
But
said.
yeah,
I'm sure once you have grown and
Did
gained
pretty well.
confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how you want to live the rest of your life. It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the pursuit of true happiness.
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiiragi clan. I'll think about marriage again after everything is more settled. This puts less
very
pressure on
wise.
Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or
Or a
dependent
pawn.
on someone else.
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt. When the time comes for the wedding to go ahead, I will come to congratulate you once more.
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am grateful for everything you have shared with me. Now, if you'll excuse me,
he has gone to
I
like
have a lot to
extraordinary
deal with
lengths.
back home.
Take care, Lady Hiiragi. I'm confident that on your return, you will find your Kanjo Commission associates most receptive to your instruction.
Yep.
Yes, in fact, my recent experience suggests the same. Thank you once again.
She is too significant
She
now.
really has the air of a leader now.
I don't know about having an air of a leader. I guess she's a little bit more confident. She has a lot in common with Kamaji, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I think, yeah.
Everyone thought there was no way out until until you pulled that super smart strategy out of nowhere.
It's kind of typical
Counter-checking
in
is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of
Chinese
chess.
writing, because I know
Our
Hoyo
rival
is
this
based
time
in
was easy to
Singapore,
deal
and
with.
they
He
are
was smart,
they were
but
originally
short-sighted
like
and
I think from
sloppy in his
China,
execution.
and I know that
This outcome is entirely
their
within my
Chinese
expectation.
story writing is a little bit different.
So, Paimon
It does feel very
that cunning in a whole
Chinese Taiwan drama like,
Anyway,
where
kind of a
you know
relief to see that Chisato
the clan leader dies and then
Hiiragi
somebody
clan straight.
takes
I
over,
agree.
but then there's like political
Stability in
power
Inazuma
play
benefits me as well.
and other stuff like
I wasn't
that.
about to pass up an opportunity to make less trouble for myself.
Hmm.
Well,
He enjoys the
fact
drama,
is that I am
and he
first
does
and
technically get
foremost
something
the
out of
Yashiro
this.
Commissioner. Perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit.
Hmm.
But for me, nothing matters more than the stability of Inazuma. A stable nation.
He
is
did
a
put
prerequisite
Matsura
for
in
a stable
place, so
Yashiro
basically
Commission.
Matsura knows not to mess with
Only
Ayato. And
then can the
Ayato himself
Kamisato
has
clan and the
basically
other Yashiro Commission clans have a peaceful existence.
shown a
But
darker
human
side of
desire will
himself
always be a
to
factor in the
Matsura.
equation. This is not the first situation of its kind, nor will it be the last.
So
All I
uprisings
have
will
tried
be
to do is make
kind
sure
of,
the
you
three
know,
parties to the
yeah,
Tri-Commission
a
serve
balance
to
of power.
restrain each other.
I honestly don't know what I'm
Stasis is
saying at
not
this
the
point.
Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady
Mhm.
Hiiragi is now. I think I did her a sizable favor in that regard.
Yes.
Dealing with the Hiiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and unfamiliar one.
There were so many things at play over this one
I
wedding.
know, right?
Wait a second. You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning, were you?
I guess he was.
I thought straight away it was bad timing.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiiragi Chisato was entirely sincere.
Hmm.
If you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise for the rest of your life.
Oof.
I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't realize what she was getting into. Now, she has the chance to become her own person. Let's see who she becomes.
Okay then. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right. See you next time.
All right. Farewell, and profuse thanks to you both. I shall have to host you at the Kamisato estate when my sister is next available.
Okay. Will there be a part 2 to the story quest? Okay, he is showing his inner Palpatine.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect.
Feels like he's still scheming.
Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow ended up with a glass of very peculiar tasting milk.
I know, right?
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you saying you are quite partial to exotic flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my lord.
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure she's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did
Poor
indeed play a
Toma.
critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against me had she and her companion not been present.
Pretty
It wouldn't have been
much.
so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
But it feels like you
There
definitely
you
used
go
us,
again,
and you
my lord.
have
Placing the
your
focus on other people while
gauging our
performing your
value.
job to perfection.
We're just pawns for you to
Naturally.
play with.
Ah, yes. Now that we're both free,
And
let's
speaking
finish
of
off
pawn,
that
now
game
they're
of
going
chess
back
we
to a game of
started a few
chess.
days ago.
And that's it. We finished the quest. So, that's another story quest done. I hope you guys enjoyed the content so far. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. It really does help me out. If you haven't already done so, you can also hit the bell icon and turn on notifications. That way you'll get updates for when I upload my new videos. Or follow me on Twitter at KuroAkiGames. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/KuroAkiGames, where I occasionally stream my raw gameplay videos on there, or some content that isn't on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at KuroAkiGames, and I will see you guys soon.